If you've ever needed proof that humans are not meant to fly, go anywhere near an airport. Whether they're on the plane, in the terminal, or just outside by the taxi station, people tend to lose their whole entire minds at the mere suggestion of flying. In this video, we've compiled 50 clips featuring the world's worst flyers acting a fool and causing serious problems for other passengers. Without any further ado, let's check out the drama at the airport. Let's be honest, Americans don't have the best reputations when it comes to tourism. However, in 2022, one family tried to take that negative stereotype to a whole new height. This was the scene at an Israeli airport when a family brought out a piece of unexploded ordnance they found while exploring the occupied Golan Heights. The sight of the artillery shell rightfully caused the security folks to panic, which caused everyone in the immediate vicinity to assume a terrorist attack was in progress. Luckily, the misunderstandings was eventually resolved, but it's hard to believe that these people literally thought they could take an artillery shell home as a souvenir.
Where's the police?
Here's a man who seems to be having a really bad day at the airport. Footage shows him screaming at nearby passengers, screaming racial slurs, and causing all sorts of chaos inside a Miami airport.
Wow! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Where is the damn police? Where's the airport police?
He even kicks a wet floor sign. According to an accompanying article, the man was confronted for his terrible behavior, and apparently that triggered him because he is a veteran. As if having served makes it okay to act like this. Nice try. Welcome to the no-fly list. It seems like airports could benefit from having more than just a few nylon straps to keep people from going behind the counter. This man has just learned that he's unable to travel and has decided to take a hammer and smash the television screens behind this airline check-in area. Just like with the last video, the worst part of this is the complete lack of intervention by security. I mean, can they not hear this dude wrecking the place?
minutes for a single sandwich, and I'm about to miss a flight. So I'd appreciate it if you could put a cap in your stuff. Doesn't take that long to put egg and bread together. So again, you don't want to make sandwiches? There's hundreds of billions of places higher.
We're going to see plenty of examples of how entering an airport apparently has the ability to turn a person's Karen dial up to 100.
I already made the sandwich. What the are you giving it away or trying it out? I paid for it. That sounds even stupider.
This woman is really giving this poor employee hell for taking too long to make her sandwich, but you have to admire the young lady's restraint and not talking back as much as she should.
That was nice. Thank you.
And to think she acted like this and still got her food. For a child, an airport must seem like a literal wonderland. Not only is it full of places to hide and play, but there are loads of moving objects, like conveyor belts, for instance. This video shows a 2-year-old jumping onto a luggage conveyor and going for a ride through parts of the airport that most of us never get to see. Look at how shocked these employees are when the kid comes sliding out of the conveyor tunnel. The best part? He seems to be having a great time.
No, ¿cómo se te ocurre? Dile a tu compañero que se suba, o sea, y tú tranquila, o sea, tú respira, no.
Por súbete, hazme caso, súbete a la sala, acá manejamos, súbete, por favor. No, man, se va a tirar el avión. Nicolás, no se sube.
It should go without saying, but don't try to fight a plane. This passenger arrived late for a flight from Bogota to Cartagena, Colombia, and despite being warned that the aircraft was already locked, decided to force his way down the terminal anyway.
Seguridad se demora mucho tiempo.
Por favor, el señor está que le pega a Nicolás. Nicolás no se quiere subir a la sala. Y el señor está que le pega con las patadas a la puerta. No sabía que pegarle.
He then decides to start kicking and banging on the aircraft's door and windows, screaming the entire time to be let in. The weird part is that this is a 1-hour flight that runs literally all the time, as the two cities are the largest in the country. He must have had something very important to get to.
And guess what?
Ever wonder how you can go from not being able to fly for a few hours to not being able to fly for life? Just act like this. These women are literally attacking airport employees over the fact that their flight was delayed, as if these poor people have anything to do with it.
There's some goons, son. Goons out here. What the? Oh, yo, wow.
Luckily, their bark is a lot worse than their bite, and they are quickly subdued. If you act like this, you deserve to take the bus for the rest of your life.
Put me on my f***ing flight. About 3 margaritas. Yeah, you got a f***ing problem with that? Why do you have a f***ing problem with that? And you have a f***ing liquor bar in this f***ing airport. You!
Apparently, this man has had 3 margaritas. Footage shows him screaming at airport security for being out of control. For some reason, he doesn't understand that they literally cannot let someone on a plane after they've been acting like this because they can't take the risk they'll do something when they're up in the air.
I'm on a f***ing flight that I paid $2,000 to be on. Listen! Why? There's no reason to arrest me.
Turn around now.
Why?
Turn around. All right, come on. Let's go. Stand around. Hey! On the ground.
Fuck you, bitch.
Finally, after being told he's going to be arrested, he does the inevitable and ends up getting tased. Suddenly, he's not quite so tough.
She's a terrorist. Oh my God. This bitch crazy.
That last video was definitely the result of alcohol, but this one seems to be 100% mental illness. Watch as this woman grabs a fire extinguisher and begins walking around with it, even spraying a random airport employee directly in the face.
Oh my God.
No, you can't touch it. You gotta let the police do their job.
Stop resisting.
You can hear the airport personnel calling for security, but in the meantime, the woman attempts to board a flight. When she's denied, she decides to spray the entire terminal with chemicals. Hopefully, at least some people had COVID masks on hand.
This is the final boarding call for the United Flight 2356. We're servicing.
You want different headphones this time? The kind that you plug.
We need security at C10 to open this gate. You got some people trying to catch their flight. We're here early. Y'all need to come open this gate.
Look, nobody is saying that missing a flight isn't a frustrating experience. However, you are always in control of your actions and how you respond to the events in your life. That's a nice way to say, don't do this. This person is not only knocking on the door, but using the comm system to call for security to open the gate. While it comes off like a joke, airports don't tend to take things like this lightly.
Security, come to motherfucking flight C10, please. Security, security.
What are you looking at? Yeah, you called out on me too. You should not get me scared. Run! Run! That's what they did to me.
Claudio Pereira.
That's
Claudio
what they did
Pereira.
to me.
Please return to this
Do it.
security checkpoint.
Run!
It's possible that simply being inside an airport just short-circuits some people's brains. This video shows a woman running by a man and screaming at the top of her lungs before shouting a torrent of nonsense at him. It's nearly impossible to figure out exactly what's happening here, but it's hard not to feel bad for the man, who just seemed to be sitting there minding his own business.
Property. Claudio Pereira. Return to the security checkpoint. Open property.
Goes from here to here.
As the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, Haiti has a reputation for being, well, a lot. Between the gang violence and the kleptocratic government, it seems not even aircraft are safe from the violence. This footage shows a Spirit Airlines flight that was forced to abort a landing after being struck by gunfire. Maybe someone saw the big yellow plane and just couldn't resist a little target practice. At least no one was hurt.
Goes from here to here.
This is exactly what has been happening! That's exactly what has been happening! So who's the head honcho here? You tell me! Come on, kiss me! Kiss me! And tell me who's the head honcho here! What, I'm not hot enough for you? I'm not hot enough? I'm not sexy enough? I'm just... Tell me I'm hot! Tell me I'm sexy! Tell me! Tell me! Tell me!
Being a security officer at an airport must be quite the experience. While you're not exactly putting your life at risk every day, you are putting yourself in a position to question the sanity of the entire human race. This woman is literally kicking and screaming while simultaneously attempting to seduce this officer, demanding that he kiss her and tell her that she's sexy.
Now control hold? Oh, animal control? Because I look like a mad woman and you're gonna break my bones? You're gonna break my bones, security? Security's gonna break my bones to get me to shut up? What are you doing to me? What are you doing to my back? What are you doing to me? What are you doing to my back? What are you doing to me?
This seems to be a situation where alcohol and medication is not mixing well, because there's no rhyme or reason for this episode.
Nagkakagulo guys dito sa NAIA Terminal 3. Tingnan natin. Grabe. Tingnan natin guys kung ano yung masusunog.
Ay! No!
Naku, na-traffic yung bumbero.
Ay! Yung ating mga ano doon, yung ating mga...
This footage from Manila Airport in the Philippines shows a grass fire that's gotten out of control near the parking lot, resulting in the destruction of a whopping 19 vehicles. Imagine being in the airport waiting to catch your plane and seeing your car burning in long-term parking.
Sorry, sa mga sasakyan sa mga sasakyan dito. Oh, tinan mo yun, oh.
Ito pa yung crossfit, nagapan, no?
Gusto nasunog. Ayun guys, nag-responde ng bombero. Grabe guys, oh, ayan. Dami guys. Ayun, oh, guys, oh, grabe.
Dalawa pala kang bombero dito, oh.
Grabe guys, oh, wala na. Insurance na kotse.
Nakakalungkot. So, yan ang
Of course, this isn't the airport's fault. It was most likely caused by a hot Cadillac converter and, of course, a lack of pavement.
Magulo na yung mga tao dito. Ayan guys, grabe.
US anti-immigration rhetoric can get pretty tough sometimes. However, this bizarre footage shows a group of Chinese people shouting, "Go back to China," at the flight crews handling their canceled flight. You guessed it, back to China. Perhaps the joke is just too meta for me, but it really does seem like they're misunderstanding a chant used against people from China as a way to try and encourage people to let them board their plane.
Go back to China! Go back to China!
Speaking of China, you may have heard that the country takes its COVID precautions pretty seriously. This is one example of someone testing positive and deciding that they don't want to go through the state-mandated quarantine. Looks like they're not only going to spend a few weeks in a bubble, but in jail as well. Who knows? Given China's reputation, this might be the last time anyone ever sees this guy. The Mile High Club is one of the most prestigious groups to which a couple can belong, but pursuing membership has consequences. This footage shows a man and a woman getting freaky in the airplane bathroom, only to have one of the flight attendants open the door to the delight of the other passengers. Sure, it all seems like fun and games now, but they're most likely going to be getting arrested when they land. Of course, given the general mood of the plane, it seems like they might just get away with this one. Hey, look, another person having a completely unreasonable meltdown at a customer service employee who has nothing to do with the problem. Apparently, this woman has lost her kids in the airport, and in response, she's decided to destroy every piece of expensive equipment in sight. She continues shouting about the issue without doing anything to actually find the kids. Soon after, she ends up getting into a fight with several innocent passengers before being arrested by security. Something tells me these kids are better off wherever they are. This sneaky granny thinks her mobility scooter offers her some extra privileges. However, the laws of gravity seem to disagree. We might feel bad for laughing, but the area was clearly roped off. You probably heard about this one on the news, but seeing the actual footage is insane. This is an Asiana Airlines flight that was about to come in for a landing in South Korea when a man suffering from a mental breakdown decided he wanted to get off a little bit sooner. He ended up opening the door cabin, which was thankfully depressurized due to being so close to landing. Had he tried this stunt higher up, the results would have been much worse. All 194 passengers survived the flight, but some fainted while others had breathing problems due to the rushing air. Theft is a pretty big problem in airports, and it can be hard to know who to talk with to actually get some action taken.
What do you need? You stole my headphones. She stole my headphones. If you don't stop her, I am going to call the police. Ma'am. Not a joke.
This woman is screaming frantically for help, accusing a random woman of stealing her headphones. The woman seems pretty polite at first and just keeps walking, but the woman decides to engage her physically, which does not end well. According to some people, the woman did indeed steal the headphones and drop them back where the woman first screamed. What did you see?
What do you need? You stole my headphones. Mr. Jackie is dead. Huh? Oh, my mama, bro. What the I need to go home. Where the What's going on? Get out. Girl, keep calm.
One of the other major problems with airports is that they're typically big open spaces where sound can travel and magnify. In this case, some loud causes literally at a Cancun airport sent hundreds of people screaming and panicking, thinking that there were shots being fired somewhere.
Calm down. Get down. Stick it down. Put your mask on. Get down. Get outside. Go outside.
In their defense, there were alarms going off and tons of people screaming, so it's easy to believe that something might have happened. However, the real culprit was someone knocking over a series of signs that, when they fell in rapid succession, sounded a lot like machine gun fire. Of course, it's not like things like this don't happen. They just happen more in the US. This footage shows a San Antonio police officer who encountered a man driving the wrong way in an airport pickup line. As he goes to approach the driver, he sees the man getting out of his car and randomly opening fire with a handgun.
San Antonio 911, this is Jessica. Do you need police, fire, or EMS?
Hi, there's a police shooting at the airport. They're at the airport. There's someone shooting.
The officer reacts very quickly, taking cover behind a column and then wounding the shooter, who then decides to take his own life. Luckily, he was the only victim.
Oh, why? We were just told that you were taking photos of us.
Are you with them?
Is there any way that we could see your camera roll?
No, that's okay.
Why
I
can't we see your camera roll if you weren't taking pictures of us? Can we just see your camera roll real quick?
No,
Can you just pull out your camera roll?
I wasn't. No, don't worry
If you
about
weren't,
it.
then why can't you pull out your camera roll?
No, I'll get rid of it.
So it's really weird to take pictures of females in public without their permission,
Okay.
so you should never do that again.
The best way to deal with a creep with a camera? Confront them. Apparently, this man was taking photos of some young women in an airport. After being told about the incident, they walk up to him and ask to see his camera roll.
Yeah.
Imagine if
No,
they were a daughter or somebody
I know,
related to you.
I know.
So that's not okay. Just
Okay.
delete them.
Yeah, I will.
I'm asking you to delete them in front of me.
No, I will.
In front of me right now. You think I'm joking? Delete them in front of me
The
right now.
camera's not
I see you
working.
shake. I see the photos. No, I see them right there. No, I see the photos right there. Delete
Okay.
them.
All right.
Delete them.
Don't worry.
You see that, guys?
One.
Delete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now go in your trash bin.
No, that's my
Go
son.
in your trash bin.
The man immediately gets scared and starts to walk away. He also admits that he did take the photos and promises to delete them. However, these girls are really persistent, and they decide to actually watch the man as he deletes them, which he thankfully does. It's amazing what a little public shame can do to someone, huh?
Anybody recognize this man? This is somebody
No, hey,
now
hey.
that takes pictures of females in public.
No, don't worry.
No, I'll
And he's
call you
married.
out.
And
I'll
he's
call you
married.
out anything, 'cause that's weird. Don't
Okay.
ever
Just
do
delete
that
them from
again.
your recently
I'm not.
deleted.
Don't
Come on.
ever do that again.
Okay.
Let us out!
Oh my God.
Delta Airlines may be one of the biggest brands out there, but that doesn't mean things can't still go wrong. This footage shows a plane that had just landed filling with smoke, forcing many of the occupants to start screaming to be let out. After several minutes, the passengers actually used the emergency exits and evacuated onto the wings themselves. At least they were on the ground, but the situation was scary nonetheless.
Guys, stay down, get down lower. Ladies and gentlemen, please lower your...
Maybe some of you don't remember 2001, but since then, let's just say that airports started taking security really seriously. This woman decided to try and break the rules to get her boarding pass and ended up sending the airport police on a real wild goose chase.
Jesus.
Though they eventually caught her, she most likely ended up with a first-class spot on the no-fly list.
I'm a I really love. No, stop with it. I said. Stop it, please. Chill.
And here's a video to prove our point. These two men seem to be unable to agree on a temperature for their seats, which is odd because the little air nozzles can point in pretty much any direction. Either way, the two start arguing and batting at each other's hands before the situation finally escalates into a legitimate fist fight. I know the guy in the neck pillow threw a punch, but he did show some serious patience leading up to that.
Y'all both gonna get kicked off the plane. Just chill out. Just chill out. Yeah, maybe y'all shouldn't sit together no more.
Yes. I opened this then. Not the seat. And you make me in the face. No, it's sitting in the face. I told him that this is not yours. This is criminal.
And yes, maybe separating the two is a good idea, Miss Flight Attendant of the Year. I did not see this video coming. It shows a man standing near a gate in a busy Seattle, Washington airport doing the Sieg Heil and screaming about a race war.
You ever heard of the First Amendment? I haven't. Yeah, so you violate that because I'm a Nazi. And you're just doing this because I'm a Nazi. Yeah, you are. You just don't like my religion because I'm Christian. And you're a racist Jewish person. And there's lots of people discriminating against Hitler and good guys for civil rights here like him.
Can I roll you over and sit you up?
It's impossible to tell what could have possibly started this incident, but it unsurprisingly ends with the man being held on the ground by several police officers talking about the First Amendment. However, just because you have the right to say what you wish doesn't mean you could just cause a massive disturbance in a private space. He's just lucky he was in the US instead of Europe. They don't take quite so kindly to supporting the Third Reich.
You're just jealous of my whole tiny little thumbs. You couldn't even read a right little thumb, tiny little thumb cock. You never read a book in your life. Disrespecting authority figures who are your authority figures. You recite authors who read 250 disciples. You don't put them on a disability and break their law over and over again. That's a war crime. You at least gonna date and white guy during the sales restart country one day.
Delays are pretty common when it comes to flying. While that doesn't mean they aren't aggravating, it's important to handle such adversities with a little bit of grace. These people did not. The poor representative from the airline is literally being mobbed by these people who are attempting to fly from India to Canada. It's almost impossible to figure out what these people are saying, even if you do happen to speak their language. But the sheer anger would make you think something far worse than a delayed flight is going on here. If you've ever sat by the plane's wing, you know that engines have warnings about not getting sucked into them. Well, this is why those warnings are there. This guy was trying to put a cone in place, only to have it immediately sucked into the engine, disabling it. The walk of shame this poor man does is almost hard to watch, as it's likely he got fired following this incident, unless, of course, he can afford to buy a new aircraft engine. As ground zero for the pandemic, China's zero COVID policies were brutally harsh. This footage shows just how bad things got in airports, with armed men in quarantine outfits managing the testing process. The people weren't putting up with it though. Even in the face of machine guns, they knew that this was wrong. In the end, China basically sabotaged its entire economy with its zero COVID efforts.
You know how crazy I am? Hello, lady. You're a pretty lady. A real man ever seek you out? I want a strong man to touch me. Don't touch me. Who do you think you are? You're not strong enough for me. You're not.
The male Karen, or Chad as some people call them, is becoming more and more common these days. Of course, what better place to go spotting for one than the airport?
You're bold. This guy's tough. Let's go. You're tough. I like it. Cut it up. Talking? I'm going to sue you. All right. You're getting sued. I'm going to be a Why are you touching me?
You're going to hit that deck in a minute.
I believe you.
You're going to hit that deck.
I believe you. I believe you. My dog's tougher than you. Take your mask off.
Come and I need to see your ID. Don't play with me.
Look, I'm not. You're a big guy. Do you think I'm afraid of you?
I don't want you to be afraid.
I'm dying for the Lord.
All right.
I will lay down my life for my friend.
This footage shows a flight from Orlando to New Orleans having to return to the gate because the passenger was screaming obscenities at people in the cabin.
The only one with the bump. He thought he was tough. Where is he? I thought you were tough. Stand right here.
You better stand back over there. If you come up here, you're going to get hurt.
He won't touch me. You don't know who I am. You watch pornography, didn't you?
Don't touch me again.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Touch me again.
If you think you're bigger than God, ask him.
Don't touch me again. You understand that?
Are you bigger than God?
You understand what I just said?
I can do whatever I want. This man ain't even half the man as you. You're the biggest man in here. And look, he got his man. I'll talk to you.
Don't touch me.
Dude, what you gonna do? Do it.
He was escorted off the plane, which is where the police body cams captured more of this bizarre tirade. The man alternates between challenging the officers arresting him to going off about various political and religious beliefs.
You're f***ing done.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
Y'all are assaulting.
Put your hand behind your back.
Where's the real man? Any real man passed this test. Y'all.
Before too long, he gets a little too physical with one of the officers and is tackled to the ground.
This is normal. This is a conversation. You just don't have any guts, do you? Why don't y'all answer your phones? Somebody buy my parents a cell phone. I don't.
Please.
What?
Please.
Real men
if you want your dad to see you again,
My dad will see me again.
Stop.
Hello, lady. You're a pretty lady. A real man ever seek you out and come to you like a man? I want to talk to you seriously. I really do. Yeah, you let go of me. I'm not going. You're gonna break my arm. You want to break my arm? You're gonna get sued. No. But not that. You better let you. You're a. You can't hurt me. You're a. Do it. Everybody told you that your whole life. You're a. You are. I can kick your ass. Take the handcuffs off if you're a man. I'll show you what a man is, you won't even take your mask off.
Even as he's in handcuffs, he repeatedly screams about manhood and how people shouldn't be wearing masks, all with a little bit of Jesus sprinkled on top. As he's paraded through the entire airport, he never stops talking at any point. Finally, his legs and arms are secured and he's pretty much lifted out of the airport.
You're growing. You're passing the test.
Now we're going to take our back.
There you go.
There you go. My friend. Because it's hot out here.
Oh, are you in charge yet?
Yeah. You are? Yeah. That's where we're going to.
Wow.
while that all technically counted as a meltdown, at least our Chad was saying actual words. This woman, not so much. Footage shows her launching an insane attack on the equipment located behind the desk of the airport. She then stands on top of the equipment and begins screaming at other passengers. Truly an airport freakout for the record books. Too bad we don't know how it started, or how it ended.
Sit down, man. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. What is this, please?
This terrifying footage shows what can happen when you don't confront crazy people quickly. This happened outside Ataturk Airport in Turkey. You can hear security guards yelling for people to get down as shots ring out in the distance. You can hear the passengers crying and praying. This ended up being one of the deadliest attacks in Turkey's history, with 41 people killed and over 200 injured by 3 gunmen who also set off a bomb.
Hey ma'am, where are your bags?
Let's take a break from the real terror to watch some footage that was only terrible for the people on the flight. Apparently, some random guy decided mid-air was the perfect time to break up with his girlfriend, who just so happened to be sitting next to him. This is her reaction. The combination of screaming, crying, and hitting is pretty severe. I guess she's not going to get a rebound with anyone in that cabin. By now, we know that lots of the clips we're seeing involve at least some amount of alcohol. After all, lots of people are afraid of flying and tend to have 1 or 20 drinks to relax. This person, however, didn't even get inside the airport. This took place at Russia's Kazan airport, where a drunk man plowed into the facility from outside, going through windows and doors while passengers looked on in a combination of horror and amusement. It must have all seemed like a video game to the person who even managed to get back outside before being apprehended. Fortunately, his final score was 0 because nobody was hurt.
Stop, sir! Stop, sir! I don't want to case you, sir. You need to stop now!
This person apparently decided that they didn't want to stop for the airport security check and, unfortunately, refused to follow orders from the security officer with the taser.
I want to case you, sir. You need to stop now! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Turn around and face down!
Despite ample warnings, the inevitable happens, and the man is immobilized. Many people pointed out that what might have seemed like a defiant prison strut might actually have been the result of the man using his prison pocket to transport something illegal. Looks like he's going to get that extra screening now. Who doesn't love a good joke? Not that I said good joke there. because a bad joke can end up like this. This footage from Fort Lauderdale Airport shows Broward County deputies reporting to an alert at the security check.
That was threatening. You got the bomb in your bag. You missed the bomb in your bag.
I said, I'm weak as hell. I said, the way y'all searching me, because y'all was looking for
she said the way y'all searching you would think
the
she
way
got
y'all searching me, she's
your
twisting what I said. She's wrong. She's twisting
They just
what I
checked her
said.
like 1,000 times.
I said the way y'all searching me. Why didn't you say everything?
Just calm down, Luggage. Just calm down.
Because she was
They know. They know. She know that.
What happened?
Okay, so first of all, I didn't know that she was a 2ID. So she came through, which is, no identification. We have to process them anyway. They check her bags here. When they check inside her bags, it alarm. So once it alarm, we have to finish our procedures, which was included a pat down and check her bags.
Okay.
So since we had to check her bags, she had to get a pat down. During the pat down, she was doing several movements and stuff. I told, listen, you got to stop doing all that because we got to pat you down regardless. So then it was like, oh, y'all looking for stuff, the drugs in my this and that. I'm like, whoa, what you talking about? We don't even search for drugs. Then it's like, oh, they missed the bomb in my bag. They missed the bomb in my bag. And I'm like, yo.
They confront a woman who had made a joke about the people searching her as if she had a bomb in her bag. However, one of the security workers perceived it as her making a bomb threat.
Where's your bag?
Right here.
Okay. Want to bring? Yeah, go ahead. No, don't touch the bag. We're going to come over here. Ma'am, you want to go in the speaking room, right?
Okay, I want to stay inside of my bag, though, if y'all about to take my bag. So let's make sure they don't do that to me.
You can have a seat. Rich, coming in? All right, here's the... She's writing out a statement, all right, based on what she heard, and you are going to be arrested for that.
Arrested for what?
Making a...
I did not make a threat. That is not
making
true,
a statement regarding a bomb in your bag.
I did not. I did not say it was a bomb in my bag. That's literally play back the cameras. Even when she didn't even say it was a bomb in my bag.
The young lady that did the pat down said that.
She said I said it was a bomb in my bag.
What she told me was that you said you're all doing this to pat down, and you missed the bomb in my bag.
No, I did not say that. Why she just didn't say that when y'all came up?
I'm just letting you know what she told us, all right? And we have to go on that.
It's a pretty simple misunderstanding. Unfortunately, using the B word at an airport is a surefire way to get the cops called on you. The situation quickly devolves into a case of she said, she said. In the end, the passenger is placed in the screening room and checked out. It's a shame, but she didn't make her flight. Russian security may have dropped the ball on that guy driving through the airport, but you should not mess with them otherwise. This person was simply strutting their way through the airport in an outfit that would make a Spice Girl blush when the security decided to detain them. Unfortunately, the security guards weren't having any of it, and one decides to go full fascist on the poor person's face. Remember that human rights aren't universal. Some places don't have to arrest you peacefully. Atlanta's heart-filled Jackson Airport is the busiest in America, and when the CrowdStrike software went down, it disrupted operations both in front of and behind the scenes. All of this luggage is supposed to go somewhere, but with the systems down, airport employees can't figure out where to send it or who it belongs to. Good luck looking for your suitcase in that. It has to feel surreal to watch the news at the place where the news story is happening. However, that's just what happened to employees and passengers at Tokyo's Haneda Airport when two aircrafts collided, leading to a massive fire that destroyed both aircrafts. Miraculously, the impact resulted in only 5 deaths, and it only took 5 hours for the airport to be up and running again. You may have heard about Desert Oasis Dubai getting an unprecedented amount of rain this year, but you probably didn't get a chance to see how that affected the airport. I don't know about you, but I would not want to take off or land in that. It almost looks like that part in Soli where the plane lands in the Hudson River. Speaking of terror on the tarmac, here's an aircraft accidentally hitting the stairs at Buenos Aires Airport due to heavy winds. But that wasn't the only thing that went down that day, as the rolling staircases took on a mind of their own and started running into things all over the airport. It's hard to believe they were actually letting planes take off and land in this. At least one aircraft almost puts its wing through the terminal wall. Not really living up to your name, are you, Buenos Aires? Remember that aircraft collision in Japan from a few videos ago? Well, this is what it was like to be on that Japan Airlines aircraft after it literally caught fire. Keep in mind that this plane had just collided with a Japanese Coast Guard aircraft and decimated it. However, these people are remarkably calm, even as the alarm goes off and the cabin fills with smoke. Again, everyone on board survived with no injuries. Trying to bring a loaded gun into a New York airport? What could possibly go wrong? Apparently, a Queens man stuffed a 9mm handgun in his backpack and attempted to bring it into the airport. Of course, the X-ray machine immediately picked up on the weapon, resulting in it being flagged for extra analysis. The man, however, decided the best thing to do would be to try and grab his bag and make a run for it.
All I know is you ain't getting nowhere, boy.
Of course, he was at the security station, so this quickly resulted in him being tackled by security. We can only wonder what he had planned with that gun.
Check the archive! Check that my daughter is safe! I want to know that my daughter is in Alaska! Alaska! I want to know that Roger Don Ailey is okay! My daughter, Roger Don Ailey, I need to know that she's okay! I am in!
Airports and meltdowns seem to go together like melted chocolate and pretty much anything. This woman is distraught at first, but quickly harnesses her inner demon voice to berate security guards while simultaneously appealing to an audience that doesn't seem to be there.
Where am I? They've got me lost at airports. You don't know. I don't care. You're gonna help me? You're gonna help me?
Then she makes the mistake of getting physical with one of the officers, which ends exactly as you think it would. Too bad there isn't more of this video, but we hope that her daughter is okay, assuming she even exists.